Hey guys, now that you've seen the catchy title about not buying a house in 2023, let's really get down to the nuts and bolts of what you need to do first. So the first thing you should ever do when buying a house, no, it's not look on Zillow. No, it's not go to Redfin. What it is you need to talk to a competent lender. So the first thing you should do is find a local lender, read their reviews, make sure they're good. I recommend a solid mortgage broker or someone similar that can shop multiple programs to get you the best deals. But do I think buying a house in 2023 makes sense? Maybe. Okay, and let's deal with that a little more. So, number one, if you can afford it, absolutely buying a house makes sense. You're in a buyer's market. You may be able to get some closing costs paid. You may be able to make it work because here's the reality. When those rates dip again, and they're going to, the market's going to go nuts. Okay? So, in our economy in Utah, we've got a very robust economy. So, the reality is yes, we have plenty of houses. We've got good inventory now, but those rates drop a point, get into the fives, then it's a different ballgame. So my suggestion for you is to definitely take a look and look at all those things, okay? So that's a big thing. So, but again, don't be house poor, right? Now, if your rent's going to be $2,500 a month and you buy a house for the same, you should do it. But that's one big thing to look at, okay? So that's really it. Make sure the market you're in. Now, if your job's upgrading or you're going to be transferring, you'll be okay. Let's look at that. But 2023 is kind of where it's at. Everyone's predicting rates to drop somewhere near the summer. The Fed has talked about actually raising rates still a little bit to avoid recessionary periods. If you're smart enough to look out there, we're essentially in kind of a recession anyway because of the cost of food and gas. Gas has dropped since the election. The irony in that is for you to decide. But food has obviously gone up higher. We're facing higher costs for food and everything aligned with that. So things to keep in mind. So buying a house, let's get you started on the right path. If you're going to do that, even if it's 6 or 8 months away, talk to a lender. You don't need to get your credit pulled to get a game plan about where you need to be, how much down payment you may need to be, how much job stability you may need, if you're part-time, whether you need to be full-time, all of those things. Do I think homeownership's the fastest way to become rich in America? 1,000% outside of maybe Dogecoin or crypto. But that stuff is, non-existent at the moment. But real estate is what builds long-term wealth. So I bought my first house when I was 22 or 23, which is 26, 27 years ago. Yep, I'm that old. But that's the fastest way to get there. You own the house, you have a lot more leverage, of course. I'm also a believer in putting as little down as possible to buy a house. Whether you have a VA or USDA option at 0%, you've got down payment assistance out there, you've got FHA at 3.5%, conventional starting as low as 3%. There are all kinds of options. Again, the most pressing thing I can talk to you is find a competent professional, whether it be a super solid realtor that's got a great lender relationship, or reach out to me. My team's in 40 states. We get you paired up with a super solid realtor in that area, and we get you the lowest costs and fastest closings in America at UMortgage. So it's really a matter of how you want to attack it. I'm always here for the questions. I've got plenty of answers, whether you're buying 2 months from now, 12 months from now, 2 years from now, doesn't matter. We are here to educate, we're here to teach, we're here to walk you through the process. Keep in mind, you're doing this once every 3 to 5 years. We do it a couple hundred times a year. Plus we see all kinds of scenarios and financial things. Make sure you find the right people to help you. I can't implore that enough. If you like what we share here, please, please, please subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends. We only grow and we only get the message out by doing that. We are educators first. Obviously, I don't have a degree in education, but my job is to educate and make sure you make the right choice. If you want a second opinion, I'm happy to give it to you. I'll be honest with you. If you're getting a great deal, I'm going to tell you you're getting a great deal. If you're not, I'm going to tell you that as well. Let's make sure you get taken care of. Going back to your current lender, whether it be a Mr. Cooper or whoever servicing your loan, not always the best path. Make sure you decide what works for you. Let's get you to home in 23 if that's what you want to do. Make sure it's a financial decision that makes sense for you and your family, and let's move you forward. I appreciate you guys. Have an amazing holiday.